Good evening and welcome inside Jordan High School, where the Beetdiggers will welcome the Harriman Mustangs. I'm Miley Enger, joined alongside by my dad, Mike Enger, as we are set at a kind of an awkward angle for tip-off today, but we are here where, again, the Jordan Beetdiggers will host the Harriman Mustangs. Mike, are you ready for tonight's game?
Yeah, I'm ready for the game today. We didn't get to do much commentary on the last game with some audio and technical difficulties, but from the floor angle that we're here, it should be an interesting game and an interesting call. But glad I'm here with you, Miley.
I failed to get starters for the Jordan Beetdiggers, but for your Harriman Mustangs, we'll have Kenley Enger starting at guard alongside Mariah Mons and Hallie Burbage. And then in the front court, Haley Hilton and a 58% three-point shooter, Brindley Murdoch. Mike, as we start this game with Jordan, what are some keys for Harriman to win this game?
Well, you know, we've seen all these games, Miley, and the thing that's probably the biggest concern for the Mustangs, and something that I'm hoping that they're working on each and every practice, is boxing out. They give up a lot of offensive rebounds. Other team gets a lot of easy putbacks, and they're giving up a lot of points that way. So we'll see if that's going to be a difference maker tonight.
Yeah, so talking about rebounds, Harriman gives up 16.5 offensive rebounds a game, and we're playing right now the #1 rebounding team in the state. The Jordan Beetdiggers average 40 rebounds per game, grabbing 15.5 offensive rebounds a game. And we'll see how Harriman is able to stop Leah Fotu, who's grabbing in 12.5 boards per game.
Yeah, it's going to be, we'll be able to tell early what type of effort we're going to get from both teams, but I really believe if we can just box out, it should be a good game for the Harriman Mustang.
The Beetdiggers come into this game 3-1. After losing their first game to Copper Hills and then winning 3 straight against West Jordan, Kearns, and Highland, your Harriman Mustangs come into this game 3-2 after winning 3 straight games and losing back-to-back games against Lone Peak and Skyridge. The ball is tipped and Jordan is in possession to start the game. Jacobson picks up her dribble. Afu drives, jump stops, and gets 2 easy points to start the game.
Yeah, we're going to see number 3 and number 0, Afu and Fui. They're the main point scorers right there. So
Enger pulls from deep short off the front of the rim. Jordan throws up to Fui, and Kenley with the block. Kenley on the season, averaging 2.3 blocks per game. There you see in transition, she gets her first of the game. Jordan taking it out on the baseline. Finds the cutting McKee, misses the layup. Mons corrals the rebound. Kicks ahead to Burbage. Murdoch on the left wing. Picks up her dribble and stolen by Fui. Early turnover here for the Mustangs. Another area in which they've struggled the last couple games.
Yeah, we didn't really talk about that much in the pregame. We were hoping that they got rid of the turnover jitters, but we'll see what's going to happen here.
Afu drives again in between 2 defenders. Misses this one here. Mons grabs another rebound, her second. Cross court to Burbage in the corner.
Another turnover.
And another turnover. Back-to-back turnovers. And we'll see if this plays a story in the game, as they've already turned it over twice, and they line up in their full court press.
Yeah, and those, Miley, those are just bad turnovers. That one right there was just a pass that really wasn't really there.
Mons on the steal, gets it back for the Mustangs. Enger pushes middle, picks up her dribble. Mons on the drive, under, misses the layup, and Jacobson up to Fui. Fui stops.
That's a travel.
And right on cue gets called for the travel.
Sorry, I didn't mean to call that for the
No,
referee
you're fine.
there,
Good transition defense there for the Mustangs. They have turned it over, but have gotten the ball back on both of those possessions.
Yeah, another thing, Miley, that's interesting is Harriman shoots better 3-point percentage than they do 2-point percentage.
Harriman on the season shooting 42.2% from the three and only 35.7% from two, as, like you said, another turnover make that three for the game. A team that averages 16 turnovers a game. Harriman gets the steal. Kenley kicks out to Burbage.
Wow.
Misses again. Harriman will retain possession. This is kind of uncharacteristic. 2 minutes into the game, and Harriman has yet to get a point on the board. Murdoch pulls from deep, and she hits.
Yeah, Miley, that's someone that they've got to get her shooting 15 three-pointers a game at least. She's shooting 10 for 18, 11 for 18 for the season. I mean, she's just a really good outside shooter.
Jordan the other way pushes quickly, and they get another layup. Mons drives, throws to Hilton, and another turnover. Make that 4 already in the first quarter, and we're not even 3 minutes into the game. Jacobson up top for Jordan, slowing things down. Mons on the defense. Swats it out of bounds. Mons with the block.
Yeah, Miley, it'll be interesting if Harriman can contain Fui and Afu. I mean, they really make up about 65-70% of their scoring. The other players are just role players, so if they can contain those two players, it should be a victory for Harriman.
On the inbounds play, Rachel McKee gets the ball, goes up and is fouled. She'll be sent to the line for 2 free throws. McKee in her last game scored 4 points, pulled in 6 rebounds, and had 5 blocks. A career-high 5 blocks last game.
Yeah, she almost averages 2 blocks for the season, and she's about 8 rebounds a game. So she'll be a tall task for who's ever guarding her.
Murdoch pulls in the rebound. Burbage on the right wing, dribbles over the top and spins back. Throws it up in right on cue. McKee gets a block.
Yeah, I don't know why she tried to save that. That was turnover again.
Harriman in their 2-1-2 press.
They're going to give up a lot of easy points.
Drives, shoves off on Hilton, and they pull in their first offensive rebound of the game as no one wanted to grab that. Hilton gets the second board of the possession, and Enger pushes up the court. She drives, does a fadeaway off the front of the rim and short. Fui gets the layup, assist from Afu. Those two have been together for a while. They played with Kenley on club ball, I believe, in like the 4th grade, but Fui and Afu, that's a duo that has been together for a long while. Murdoch misses the 3. Hilton pulls in the rebound. McKee's going to get charged with a foul.
Again, we've seen where the Harriman, they've made their 3-point shot, but we haven't made 1 2-point shot yet.
Jordan leads 7-3, 4:15 remaining in the quarter. Mons drives right lane, gets the layup to go, cuts the deficit to 2, and immediately they jump into their 2-on-2 press. Jordan easily breaks it, and refs missed a travel there by Oldham. McKee drives, throws it off the backboard into the hands of Hilton. Murdoch forward.
Hilton's done a good job getting some boards. I mean, I think she's a spot starter here. Looks like Morgan Groening's not there, but she's doing a good job.
Kenley stops, pulls up on 1 foot off the back of the rim. Afu drives left, gets blocked by Murdoch. Fui offensive rebound. McKee stops at the free throw line, pulls up for the jumper off the front of the rim, and that'll be a foul on Ellie Jacobson. Jordan's 2nd foul of the quarter. Jordan leads still 7-5, 3:23 remaining, as Agel Street will check in for the Mustangs. Checks in for Kenley Enger, and Shelby Uleberry also in for the Mustangs. Shelby left wing. Slows it back up top. street. And
another turnover, Miley.
Another turnover, this time stolen by Sperry. She stops and pulls for three, misses, and offensive rebound by Fui. Afu drives baseline, finds a nice pass and dump off to Oldham. And another foul by the Mustangs, sending Oldham to the line for 2 shots.
Yeah, Kent wasn't too happy with that non-call. It did look like she was kind of jumping over the back there, but ref actually had a good angle on it. Must not seen it.
Well, when we talk about keys to the game, we mentioned rebounds and turnovers. Already, Jordan, in the first 5 minutes of the game, have pulled in 3 offensive rebounds, while Harriman has turned the ball over 6 times.
Yeah, and you know we're gonna. If you look at it, I think, Miley, that again, I think the number was 15 rebounds, that offensive rebounds they give up a game, and so they're already at 3. We'll see if that can continue. And there's another 3-point shot.
Yuleberry from the top drains the 3. 2 threes for the Mustangs in this first quarter. They trail 8-9, and Jordan gets a little rushed, throws it out of bounds, and it'll be Mustang ball again. Mons playing the point for the Mustangs right now. Guarded by Jacobson. She attacks the left lane, picks up her dribble, spins back around and in and out. Jacobson pulls in the rebound.
Miley, I think one thing we should also maybe try and look at is just how many non-pass possessions that we see.
There's been a couple here already, and
nice little pressure there. Jordan with the turnover.
Jordan will turn it over. Again, we don't have live stats, so it's hard to throw in stats, but already this game filled with turnovers on both ends of the court. Harriman again already has 6 in the quarter. Mons finds Street on a backdoor. Nice pass to Yuleberry in the corner off the back rim. Nice pass by Street there. Great look for Yuleberry.
Yeah, and that's what they need to do a lot more of, is just drive and dish. There's an offensive rebound.
Bowie misses. Offensive rebound, like you said, by Oldham. She gets a second chance point. Jordan leads 11-8, 1:30 remaining in the first quarter. Mons, no pass possession, drives and airballs on the baseline jumper.
And Miley, is that 4 offensive rebounds now?
4 offensive rebounds, yes. Jacobson drives, picks up her dribble, being guarded by Mons. Gets a nice pass into Sperry, who misses the layup. I don't know how that pass got in there, but that was a nice pass. Murdoch drives over the top with her right hand, stops off the backboard, and
offensive rebound.
She pulls in an offensive rebound for the Mustangs. Mons lets it fly. 3 threes for the Mustangs, as the game is now tied 11-11 with 45 seconds remaining in the opening quarter. Jordan misses the layup, and Yuleberry will pull in that rebound. She'll get fouled. Oldham will get the foul called on her, as there's 2 seconds differential between the shot clock and game clock. Mustangs could go for the last possession, but we'll see what they elect to do here.
Have you been surprised that really the shot clock hasn't played much of a role in any of the games we've seen so far, right, Miley?
Yeah, I do agree that a lot of the teams right now are playing at a high, fast pace, as Yuleberry gets called with the double dribble. Make that 7 turnovers in the quarter.
So 7 turnovers, and they've had 4 offensive rebounds.
Agel, top of the press. Bowie finds Oldham. Jacobson will slow it up top. 16 seconds left in the quarter. Hands off to Sperry. Oldham pulls from 3 and hits it. Jordan leads 14-11. 5 seconds remaining in the quarter. Enger pushes ahead. She stops from the top and almost gets it to go. Hits the front of the rim. Jordan, at the end of the quarter, leads the Mustangs 14-15. The end of the quarter. We'll take a quick break here. This is Game On Live Studio. Welcome back inside Jordan High School, where the Beetdiggers lead 14 over the Harriman Mustangs, who scored 11 points. We talked about it all quarter. Harriman with 7 early turnovers, which has allowed Jordan to get this 3-point lead.
Yeah, and Miley, we talked a little bit about how the role players would need to step up for Jordan. And Oldham, shooting 17%, 4 for 24 for the season from 3, made that 3-pointer at the buzzer, and she's already over her season average with 5 points.
Burbage drives left lane and gets the layup to go. Just the second 2-pointer made of the game. Harriman made 3 threes in that opening quarter. Just the second 2-pointer there. Newman being guarded by Yuleberry, hands off to Jacobson. Great pressure here by the Mustangs. Jacobson drives. Hands off to Afu, and they turn it over. Enger with the steal. She's pushing. Kicks to the right wing. Burbage off the rim after a couple bounces. Great transition look there for the Mustangs.
That was a good look, and this is a chance for the Mustangs to kind of increase their lead with Jordan having one of their players out, one of their main players with Fui, but we'll see what they can do to take advantage of the situation.
Newman being guarded by Murdoch. Drives right. Kicks over to Jacobson for the long jumper. She sinks it. Jordan leads 16-13, 6:46 remaining in this second quarter. Enger pushes, drives baseline, finds Street for a 3 over the rim, and Sperry with the rebound.
Again, we're looking at role players, and Jacobson, shooting 19% for the season, with that nice 2-pointer right there. So
Sperry misses that board. Burbage pulls in the rebound. Enger with a crossover. Picks up her dribble, gets stuck. Yuleberry ends up with the ball, and she'll get fouled. But Jordan's 4th foul of this first half. Checking in for the Mustangs, Mariah Mons will come in for Agel Street, and Haley Hilton checks in for Brindley Murdoch. Burbage left corner, and another 3-pointer by the Mustangs. Make that
4 3-pointers.
4 threes.
4-2. And the good thing too, Miley, in the first 2 minutes, Harriman doesn't have any turnovers in this quarter and no offensive rebounds.
Mons almost comes away with the steal. However, she is out of bounds when she throws it off of McKee's legs. Jordan will retain possession and take it out of bounds. McKee comes down the lane for a layup. Easy 2 points.
Yeah, they're inbound plays, Miley. You've seen 2 of them right now where they've gotten it to her and she's made those. So
Mons kicks ahead to Yuleberry, who shoots one of the worst shots in basketball because she's just right inside the 3-point line. However, Harriman does pull in the offensive rebound. Yuleberry drives off of a pass from Hilton. Gets fouled, and will go to the free throw line. Yuleberry had quite the game against Skyridge. In the loss, they did lose 70-64. Yuleberry, though, 13 points, 3 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 steal. Shot 4 of 6 from deep.
Yeah, she played really good that game. She was needed, we needed a spark, and she actually provided it. So she did a really good job.
Yuleberry makes her both free throws. She's up to 5 points, along with Mariah Mons and Hallie Burbage, both at 5. Brindley has the other 3 as Harriman's tied 18-18, 5 minutes to go in this first half.
Another good rebound. That's what they haven't given up an offensive rebound yet, so that could play a big difference in this quarter.
Enger drives left. Ooh. Crowd wants a block, but ref will give her the foul, and again, free throws for the Mustangs.
I'll be honest, that looked like a good block from my eyes over here, but we'll take the free throws.
Enger sinks the first free throw.
You know, one thing Harriman's good at, Miley, is they are a great free throw shooting team. They're 80% for the year, so as a team, which is really, really good in girls basketball.
She goes 2 for 2 as the Mustangs take the lead. They are up 20-18. 5 minutes to go. Jacobson for the Beetdiggers.
Another block
by Kenley. Make that 2 for the game already. And, however, it's a block shot, which means that's a shot attempt. And McKee comes up with an offensive rebound and is fouled.
Yeah, we talked about role players, Miley. So McKee already has 6 points. She's got 2 free throws and 2 layups on inbounds passes. And she only averages, for the season, she only averages 3 points a game. You know, so you gotta control those role players here, or it's going to be a tough sledding for the Mustangs.
She averages just over 3 points a game. However, she does pull in over 8 rebounds, which is good for 6th in the state, as she sinks the second free throw. And she sinks both of them. Game tied 20-24, 50 remaining in this first half. Enger on the right wing. She attacks baseline. Stops in the key. Kicks out to Yuleberry up top. Misses off the back rim. Offensive rebound pulled in by Burbage, and she'll miss the second attempt. Jacobson slows things down for the Beetdiggers. Hands off to Fui. She's back in the game. Player to watch right there. Fui averages 23.5 points, leads the state as a junior in scoring.
Yeah, and it's going to be fun watching McKinley and Fui against each other.
Fui, top of the key, pulls up from 3. She sinks it. Fui with a nice 3. Mons kicks ahead to Burbage. She attacks and gets fouled. More free throws for the Mustangs here in the second quarter.
Yeah, they'll be on the 1-and-1 for the rest of the game, Miley.
Mustangs doing a good job in this first half, not fouling. Jordan with 7 fouls here in the opening half. Harriman only at 3. So like you just said, Mustangs will be going to the free throw line where they shoot 80%. And these are nice gimme points that they can get throughout the rest of this first half.
I think the coach for Jordan did a good job subbing their players in and not really losing much with alternating Fui and a Fu out. So now they're both back in with a 1-point lead, and we'll see if they can contain them.
Burbage sinks both free throws. She's up to 7, and almost a turnover there by Fui, but she gets it back. Misses the floater long, and Enger pulls in the rebound. Up the left lane. Kicks to Yuleberry in the corner. Back out to Murdoch.
I'd like to see Murdoch get some more looks.
She drained that first 3 early. Hasn't really gotten a good look since. Enger drives. 15 seconds left on the shot clock. Mons, great pass out to Burbage. And
another three-pointer.
Another three-pointer. 5 on the game, and that puts Burbage at 10 points in this opening half. Mustangs lead 25-23. 3 minutes left in the second quarter. Great pass ahead by Jacobson to Oldham. Defense kind of fell asleep there and gives up 2 points. Enger on the top. Drives the right lane. Nice pass to Mons underneath. Enger gets the assist. Mons with the nice cut underneath. Fui stops, gets hit from behind, falls.
I think that's their first offensive rebound in the quarter. So the Mustangs have been doing a good job, but on that one, again, look who it is, McKee, role player.
Yes, that is their first offensive rebound, and it results actually second, because a couple possessions before, Kenley got the block. She got the rebound.
That's right.
Sadly. So still better than the
first quarter.
Sinks both free throws as the Mustangs lead by 1, 27-26, 2:20 remaining. Enger spins, gets in the middle of the key. Mons up top, pulls up from deep, and another triple for the Mustangs. 6 in the first half. And Mons up to 10 points for herself.
Yeah, I think for the season, Miley, they're averaging 10 to 11 three-pointers a game, so this is right on their average.
Afu drives left, stops, looking for a relief.
Good
Finds
rebound.
Jacobson, misses the layup, but Murdoch pulls in the rebound. Trying to look for Mons in the corner, but instead a turnover. And Edgar takes the charge. Great transition defense there as she was there in position.
Yeah, that's a load. I mean, when she's coming down there, Afu's not messing around. So that was a.
Harriman leads 30-26, 1:40 remaining in this opening half. Coach Smith will call a timeout and we'll take it with him. This is Game On Live Studio. Welcome back inside Jordan High School, where the Mustangs lead 30-26 over the home team, the Jordan Beetdiggers. 1:41 remaining in this opening half. Mike, I think you're wanting to give a shout out to someone here?
Yeah, we got Mr. Chris who's listening to us out in Kaysville, so we just like to shout out and say hi to Chris, and we're glad that he's listening to the commentary today.
Shout out to Chris Cottrell, Dad's co-worker, for tuning in for today. Mustangs lead by 4. Edgar has the ball up top, attacks McKee, kicks out to Hilton. 3 no good, but Mons with an offensive rebound. Mustangs showing some effort here on the offensive glass as she drives baseline, and she'll go to the free throw line for some more foul shots.
So, Miley, why she's shooting some foul shots, and we've talked about Murdoch and, the inability for her to get enough shots. I don't know if it's the fact that they have somebody who's just always on her, but as a former player, what would you do, to try and help her get some more, looks where she's shooting almost 60% from 3 for the season?
I think it is she has 60% now. She came into this game shooting 11 of 19. She hit the opening shot, 12 of 20 now, 60%. I do feel like it's a mix of hesitating on shots when she just needs to pull instead of passing them up, but also some people get the ball more often on kickouts than she does, but I feel like she personally needs to be ready and be a little bit more selfish to get some more looks. Jacobson drives in.
That's another
Edgar,
block.
another block, 3 for the game. Make that 3 blocks for Edgar. She averages 2.3 on the season, 3 in this game already. 1 minute left.
And that's going to be a turnover.
As they try to save it. And refs are going to call a jump ball. Jordan will get the ball back.
That's a good hustle. We're so far away we couldn't see where the half court line was, but I'm impressed that she got to that. Miley, it's interesting with 1 minute left. Fui hasn't, for her averaging 23 points. I mean, she hasn't been. I mean, I don't know if it's the playing good defense or what, but she just hasn't done a lot.
Yeah, not keeping track of her points, but if she scored, they have been quiet points. I don't feel like she's had that explosive offensive time in this first half, but Mustangs have the ball right now. 40 seconds left on the clock. Lead 31-26. Burbage over the top. 15 seconds left on the shot clock. Mons, another 3, and hits. 7 threes for the Mustangs as they take an 8-point lead with 20 seconds left in the second quarter. Other end, Afu posts up and gets called with the travel. Mustangs will have the last possession.
Yeah, that was great situational awareness by Enger right there. As soon as she got the ball, double team was formed, and that was just great defense by Murdoch and by Enger on that.
6 seconds left in the game. Enger crosses over. She drives, goes in between, gets hip checked by Afu. Refs don't call it. Afu throws it up, hits the shot clock, and that'll be the end of the first half. Mustangs lead 34-26, led by Mariah Mons, who has 14 points. Great effort in the first half by the Mustangs, and better job cleaning up their turnovers in that second quarter. We'll take a quick break, and we'll come back with some halftime thoughts from Mike Enger. This is Game On Live Studio, and we will be back. Miley and Mike here. We're back in Jordan High School, where Harriman leads by 8 at the break. Just a couple more minutes before the second half starts. But, Mike, what are some key takeaways you got from that first half, especially as the Mustangs, who had, I believe, 7 turnovers in that opening quarter, only turned it over once in that second?
And offensive rebounds. They didn't give up as many offensive rebounds. So the Mustangs really made a difference in, changing what they were going to do, took care of the ball. I saw a much more collective team effort on the rebounding edge. Plus, we got some offensive rebounds. So it'll be interesting to see what the stats look like afterwards, because we've been out-rebounded by every game, and I think Harriman, did some good things. One other thing I just want to mention, Miley, is we talked about, keeping their scores, Fui and Afu, in check. And at halftime, you have Fui with 5 points, and you have Afu with 4 points. Fui averages 23.5, has 5, and then Afu, averaging 14, only has 4. So I think defensively, they've done a great job, containing their star players.
On the offensive end, in that second quarter, the Mustangs outscored the Beetdiggers 23-12. What was working on the offensive end for Harriman to put up a 23-point quarter?
Well, looks like we got a lot more looks from the outside. If you look at it, like we mentioned at the beginning of the game, Harriman had 7 made 3-pointers, and they've only made 3 2-pointers with 7 from 8 from the foul line. So again, that's where the Mustangs are going to earn a bulk of their points. They might live and die by the 3, and tonight the 3's draining for them. I would like to see Murdoch get some more looks, just because she is such a threat from the outside.
The Mustangs in that opening half, 7 3-pointers. When we talk about the offense, we mentioned it, shooting 42% from deep and 35% from 2. How do you balance that out? We've watched a couple games now. How are they to raise their 2-point percentage, or do you just believe that they're a 3-point shooting team?
I think one of the things is they need to try and get more good looks, especially when they're driving. It seems like, they'll drive and they'll force a lot of shots when they're, driving to the hole for layups, and that's when you need to kick it out. So I think just continuing to drive and kick, it'll open up more shots inside, because you're going to have people who are going to, cheat on the outside more. So we'll see how that looks, and if they make some changes for this second half.
Going into the second half, Mariah leads all scorers with 14 points, as Burbage also poured in 10 points of her own. Murdoch hit that opening 3, and Ulibarri also has 5. Enger has 2. For the Beetdiggers, 2 players to watch. Fui Nimetolu, who averages 23.5 points, leads the state, only had 5 points in the first half, while Leah Afu only had 4, and she averages 14 points. You better believe that those 2 will start to be a little bit more selfish in this second half.
Yeah, I will say, though, the role players, Oldham, averaging 5, ended up with 9 that first half, and McKay averaging 3, had 6. So the role players actually stepped up quite a bit, with Mustangs playing such good defense on the star players.
Mustangs start with the ball in this third quarter. Mons up top, guarded by Fui. Tries to throw over the top for Murdoch, and an early turnover here for the Mustangs.
I hope this isn't a reversal of the first quarter. I hope that's just limited to the 1 turnover.
9 turnovers on the game. Jacobson into the front court for the Beetdiggers. She drives and shuffles her feet a little bit. Out to McKay. Fui up top, guarded by Enger. Pulls up for another 3 off the back rim, and Burbage, pulls in the rebound. Enger kicks ahead to Mons. She drives baseline, and Afu is going to get called with the block.
That's a good job. Burbage getting that rebound and outletting it out to Enger and just pushing it up the court. So,
and that's where the Mustangs are best, when they're in transition and they're pushing the ball. There for the Mustangs, an easy 2 points as they lead by 10 now, largest lead of the game, 36-26, 1 minute into this third quarter.
Yeah, that's a quick hitter from Enger to Enger on that one. So that was a quick one, and Murdoch got an easy look. Great defense again. Enger's really, I mean, on their two players, whenever they're in, it seems like Enger's on either Fui or Afu and is really doing a great job causing them some problems.
Mustangs get the ball back again, up by 10 points, 36-26. 6:40 remaining in this third quarter as Hilton has the ball on the right wing, guarded by Fui. Murdoch on the left. Now Enger, she'll drive baseline. She'll stop and she'll kind of swing her way into the key. 2 points and the layup for Enger.
Yeah, what I liked about that was the off-action cuts and screens, which really, confused the Jordan Beetdiggers, and Enger just with an easy layup. And look at that. That was a great anticipation by Burbage. Oh, it's too bad she couldn't get that.
Great read by Burbage there. It goes out of bounds. Burbage on the season averaging 2 steals a game. And as the Mustangs are started this third quarter extremely hot and on the defensive end doing a great job, Coach Talon Robertson will call a timeout and collect his team. We'll take a timeout with them. Mustangs lead 38-26. This is Game On Live Studio. Harriman with a 12-point lead, 38-26, 6:13 remaining in this third quarter. Mike, the defense is looking a lot sharper than it was in that opening quarter.
Yeah, and since the beginning of the season, Miley, we've actually seen, aside from the Lone Peak game, we've actually seen Harriman do a much better job moving with their feet and not reaching with their hands. So
looks like Mustang shifted into a zone there. Ball gets tipped out of bounds. The Mustangs will go back into a man-to-man. Afu posts up Murdoch. Fades away short. Murdoch pulls in the rebound, and
I think there's some frustration there for their two-star players, just having a really tough time getting it going today.
Again, Fui. Nime Tolu averages 23.5 points, just 5 points here in the game, and Leah Afu, 14, only has 4. Mustangs doing a great job stopping them as they're up 38-26, 5:45 remaining. Mons drives, gets blocked out of bounds, and it'll be Mustang ball on the baseline.
I like if things are working here for the Mustangs, usually they can get Brindley in for a quick shot here.
Murdoch throws back to Enger in the paint, rims out. Afu pulls in the board. She cuts, gets it back, and messes again. Brindley, Murdoch with another rebound.
Yeah, that was good defense stopping the ball, and Jordan's feeling uncomfortable on those shots.
Mons on the left wing, dribbles over the top, stops. Back out to Murdoch. Hesitated, it looked like on the three, and gets blocked by McKay. She'll go, and Hilton will just almost tackle her to the ground.
Yeah, it's too bad she couldn't get that off quicker. And I think actually Mons should have shot hers out there as well. Wait, a couple that just didn't go.
Jacobson over the top. Now Oldham, she'll let it fly. Rims in and out, and offensive rebound by Jordan. Refs call a foul on.
That's on Enger.
On Enger. Fui will go to the line for 2. Like we've said all game, Fui, 23.5 points per game, leads the state as a junior as she sinks the first one. Fui has scored 20-plus points in each of the first 4 games. Opening night, 20 points, and then the next 3, 24, 22, and 28.
Yeah, really a good score. She has got a great shot. Looks good. We'll see if she can kind of catch fire here for the rest of this quarter in the fourth quarter.
Jordan puts on a press. Mons throws it across court to Burbage. She pulls up, misses off the front rim, but she pulls in her own offensive rebound following her shot. She kicks out to Murdoch, who'll get fouled.
It's hard to tell what the fouls, who's got fouls. But it seems like Fui and Afu have gotten the majority of the fouls this half.
Again, the stats that keep track of the fouls per game are not working. I feel like that's happened last game that we called as well. Mons drives right lane and airballs it.
Oh, look at the post. Coast to coast. Oh, that was impressive. You got the big driving the length of the court, almost in it, getting it there. That's good for her.
McKay here with 6 points. Averages just barely over 3 points a game.
Well, she has a nice free throw. I mean, I think she's only missed 1 tonight, so she's looked good from the line.
Speaking of rebounding, she's had 5+ rebounds in each of her first 4 games. Had 6, 11, 10, and then 6 again. Here in this game, doing a great job for the Beetdiggers.
Little token pressure by the Beetdiggers.
Mustangs lead by 8, 38-30. 4 minutes remaining as Burbage off the back iron. And Fu will pull in the rebound and get fouled. Foul count here is a little different than we saw in the first half. Beetdiggers have 3 and Mustangs have 4 in the third quarter with still 4 minutes to go.
Yeah, that could cause some problems here. You don't want to sit there and draw those fouls, 50 feet from the basket.
McKay hands off to Fui. She misses
an
an offensive rebound by McKay. She lets it fly over the rim. Street pushes up for the Mustangs. Yuleberry over the top.
Get in there,
kicks to Murdoch.
Oh.
And over the rim. Jordan the other way. Jacobson to Oldham. Finds McKay.
Wow.
Another 2 points. Quick move as she just drop stepped. She's up to 10 on the game.
Yeah, Harriman had a 12-point lead, and now it's just gone to 6 pretty quick.
Burbage drives. Blocked. McKay. Talk about role players. She has been doing everything here for the Beetdiggers as their 2, quote, star players in Fui and Afu have been struggling a little bit. McKay with 10 points, couple blocks, and several rebounds as well. Afu, right wing.
And again, McKay
misses the layup on that one. Street dives for the ball and ends up in Jordan's hands. Another offensive rebound.
And a travel.
Mustangs have only scored 4 points in this quarter. Halftime score was 34-26, now just 38-32. 2:40 left in this third quarter. Burbage drives, kicks out to Street, off the rim as Jacobson quickly into the front court, out to Oldham. She pulls from 3, and she sinks the triple. Oldham now at 11 points on the night.
And that's her second three-pointer, Miley. And again, she's only shooting 16% on the year.
Yuleberry pulls up, 18 feet away, sinks at Mustangs lead 50-35. 2 minutes to go in this third quarter.
Yeah, sometimes you live and die by the 3, and Harriman just hasn't been able to connect from 3-point on any of these. Offensive
Afu,
rebound.
offensive rebound. She goes up for 2 points. 10 offensive rebounds for the Beetdiggers. Enger over the top. Stops, kicks out to Murdoch for a triple. And off the back rim. Fui with the rebound. She fakes the pass, keeps it herself, sinks the three, and the game is tied 40-40. After Jordan has gone on this run, has tied the game after the Mustangs were up 10, Coach Kent Smith will call a timeout, and we'll take it with them. See what the Mustangs do after this timeout. This is Game on Live Studio. Jordan has outscored Harriman 14-6 here in this third quarter. Mike, what do you see on the offensive end that has only allowed Harriman to get 6 points?
You know, they're missing shots. I mean, you know, we've got, you know, some looks from three. We forced a couple layups, and it just doesn't seem like we're making anything right now. And you can tell that, you know, now that this game's close, everyone's gotten a spark for Jordan, and they're seeming to have a little more confidence and just being a little more aggressive.
Jordan has Fui, Oldham, and McKay in double figures as the Mustangs struggle, but Murdoch, nice to see her drain a shot. She hit the opening shot of the game, a nice three there with the jumper. Murdoch now at 7 points. One minute to go in this third quarter. Jacobson, Oldham in the corner, drives over the top. Enger comes away with the steal after diving on the ground. Straight pushes up the court. Murdoch pulls from deep. Front rim miss. And Oldham with a rebound.
Oh, those are those fouls that you don't like to see committed.
Shot clock will reset. 38 seconds to go as the Beetdiggers will get it back with a full 35 seconds on the shot clock. Mons and Street check out of the game. Fui swings over to Oldham. Afu uses her body, just goes right into Murdoch. She'll get fouled. She'll go to the line for two.
Yeah, I don't know what else Murdoch can really do on something like that. The contact was initiated by by Afu, so
Afu drains the first free throw. And her last game versus Highland, 16 points, 12 rebounds, a nice double-double. And she's had 10-plus rebounds in each of her 4 games. So dominant rebounder, learned well from her sister, Tiana, who went to Riverton, and someone that we're pretty familiar with. Afu misses both rebounds. Enger pushes full length of the court, finds Hilton in the corner, misses off the front of the rim. Jacobson pushes. No one stops her till almost she's under the basket. Oldham will miss the three. An offensive rebound by Afu. And
I'm not sure how many offensive rebounds that they got in this quarter, Mai.
I don't know for the quarter, but for the game, I do believe they're at 11 offensive rebounds, and they average 15.5 per game. Afu now missed 3 free throws in a row. As Mons will check in for the last 6 seconds, Enger will go to the bench for the rest of the third quarter.
And one thing to note, Miley, Jordan's going to be 1-1 the rest of the game.
Afu makes the second. 6 seconds left as Murdoch dribbles up the court, throws ahead to Hilton, and She'll miss the layup. Not sure if she even got that off, but game tied 42-42. We'll see what the Mustangs can come up with after they were up by 12 points there in that third quarter. We'll take a quick timeout as the quarter has come to an end. This is Game On Live Studio. Beetdiggers outscored the Mustangs 16-8 as the game is now tied 42-42 with 1 quarter remaining. Mike, as we enter this fourth quarter, what does Harriman need to do? You can choose offensively or defensively, as they gave up 16 points but only scored 8 in that third quarter.
Yeah, you know, their three-pointers didn't fall. And then on the defensive end, I mean, some of their core players for Jordan just started to hit their shots and got some confidence. And, you know, it's interesting. After that 12-point lead, I thought this game was going to be pretty much over. But, you know, Jordan has just really come back with some vengeance.
Fui drives, throws it up off the glass, and she'll get the layup. Fui now at 12 points, under her season average of 23.5, the state leader in scoring. She's getting it going here in the second half. Hilton up top, picks up her dribble.
And Miley, Burbage was really quiet that quarter as well. I didn't see, did she score in that third quarter?
Not keeping quarter by quarter points, but Yuleberry does have 7 points. She might have had 2. I think she had 5 in that first half.
So here's an opportunity for the Mustangs where they'll sit there, and Jordan's going to be subbing out some of their core players here for a minute and a half or 2 minutes each, and we'll see if they can take advantage of it.
Yuleberry for 3, drains it, much needed for the Mustangs as they hit their 8th three-pointer of the game.
And that was something that they really needed, and you know, that's just a defensive effort right there. No one wanted to guard. Sperry, Miley, and she just popped that one in.
It's tough when you hit a 3 and they come back and match it. When you score, you got to find ways to get stops. Jordan leads 47-45 a minute into this last quarter. Yuleberry up top. She pump fakes, picks up her dribble. Burbage pulls from deep, short, and Jacobson another rebound. Throws it to McKay, the big, running. She misses the layup, but offensive rebound by Afu. She's up and fouled and going to the line for more free throws.
Yeah, you know, it's interesting how things play out. You know, Sperry 3 for 19 for the season from 3. And, you know, that previous shot from 3, I mean, it was nothing but net. I mean, confidence, when your team's playing well, everyone seems to be making shots.
Look at the Beetdiggers right now. Fui with 12, Oldham with 11, McKay with 10. 3 players in double figures. Leia Afu at the line right now with 7. Jordan leads by 3 points, 48-45, 6:30 in this fourth quarter. Enger up top, she drives right lane, off the bottom of the backboard. As McKay will take it, throws back out to Jacobson. Kenley with the steal. She crosses, drives, gets it, hits the front of the rim and rolls in.
Yeah, that was a nice effort there. You know, getting blocked the time before and just, again, not getting back playing defense, Miley. That's transition defense.
Jacobson with 4 points. Again, we see the Mustangs come down and score, but Jordan finds a way to match it. Yuleberry left corner up top to Hilton. Works the ball around to Burbage. Up top, Yuleberry pulls in. Almost down and back in. Yuleberry with another three-pointer. She's up to 13 points and 9 threes for the Mustangs.
It's almost our season average with 11, and Yuleberry really has a lot of confidence going.
Sperry drained that three-pointer on the possession before. She thought she could hit another one, misses. Yuleberry throws up to Mons. She gets caught in the key, throws out to Burbage. Mons drives, scoops off the backboard, misses, and Afu pulls in the rebound.
That was a good look. It's too bad it couldn't fall.
The game tied here 50-50. Just under 5 minutes remaining. Coach Robertson will take a timeout, and we're going to take it with him. This is Game On Live Studio. Game tied at 50s right now. Just under 5 minutes remaining in this fourth quarter. But it's been a game of matching, I guess, if that's what you want to say. The game was tied at 42-42 going in to the fourth quarter. Both teams have scored 8 points.
Yeah, we got 5 minutes left. I think a key thing's going to be, can the Mustangs play solid defense with their legs and not reach? Because, you know, Jordan really, they're not close to getting the Mustangs in the bonus, so we'll see what happens the last 5 minutes of the game.
Mustangs have committed 8 fouls, make it 9 right on cue, as Fui will go to the line for 2 free throws, but the remaining 4:52 of the game, any fouls the Mustangs commit, the Beetdiggers will be in double bonus and get 2 free throws. Fui drains the first foul shot.
If we had live stats, it'd be interesting to see how many, what the free throw count is this half. First half it was even. I think both teams shot 8 free throws, but this second half is just a lot different.
Fui sinks both, up to 14 points, an 81% free throw shooter, and still below her season average of 23.5 points. Foul will be called away from the ball on Ellie Jacobson. Jordan up by 2, 52-50, 4:43 remaining in the game. Murdoch in the corner. Back up top to Enger. She'll drive left lane. And get the and one to go. Enger with an opportunity for a 3-point play.
Yeah, that was a good drive, strong drive, finished with the left hand.
The lane seemed to just open up for her as she drove to the basket.
And really what made part of that open was the fact that Murdoch was in that corner, and you're just not going to leave her open.
Mustangs put on their 2-on-2 press and caused the travel on Fui.
And Miley, that's the first time we've seen the press in the second half, and I think that's something that's going to probably help them, because I don't think they dealt with the pressure very well the first half.
Burbage pulls from corner, in and out. Yuleberry fights for the rebound, but eventually goes off on her. Jordan ball. Back and forth game. Mustangs set up in their morphing 2-2-1, 2-1-2 press. A lot of numbers there. Yuleberry comes up. McKay with the ball up top to Jacobson. Swings over to Sperry.
Double dribble.
Finds the cutting Afu, and she gets fouled again.
Yeah, it's interesting, Miley. The way she jumps into the defenders and falls back, I think it's hard for the refs to see how to call that, because she does get a lot of calls when. I don't know if it's because she's not tall. She's a shorter post, but the way that she jumps in and then falls back, it just looks like she draws a lot of contact.
I said the wrong name there on the drive. I thought it was Afu. This one's Fui, but still, kind of similar skill set when they get to the post area. Very strong going up to the basket. Fui now up to 15 points. Drains both.
And she's going to hit her season average, Miley. I'm pretty sure of that. With 4 minutes left to go, she's going to be taking most of the shots to end the game.
Jordan 54-53. 4 minutes to go, halfway through this fourth quarter. Mons right wing. Ulibarri drives the right lane. Brings the ball over the top. Nice move by Ulibarri. She gets the layup.
That was an impressive move. I mean, and there's a steal. Let's see.
Burbage kicks ahead to Mons, who loses the ball. Turns it over.
Bad. That was a good steal. Oh.
McKay kicks out to Oldham. She'll launch the three, miss, and Enger pulls in the board.
That was a good box out. That's usually an offensive rebound. And
she goes coast to coast, throws it up, short arms the layup, and Sperry with the board.
Jordan, it's a track meet.
Jordan slows things down here for the first possession in a while. McKay on the right wing, up top to Oldham, working the ball around the perimeter. Sperry launches another one off the back rim, and almost an offensive rebound, but it'll be out on Jordan. Checking in for the Beetdiggers, Leah Afu, who got a nice rest there, checks in for Sperry. Jordan now has Fui and Afu in for probably the remainder of the game.
It'll be interesting to see if this becomes a free throw contest at the end of the game. Next foul by the Beetdiggers is going to put Harriman in the 1-and-1.
Burbage left wing finds the cutting Mons. Sheeta has a nice up and under step through, short arms the layup. Couple layups there by the Mustangs in this fourth quarter, just short armed and couldn't get over the rim. McKay for the Beetdiggers, and a timeout will be called by the Beetdiggers. With 2:30 left remaining, we'll keep it here as we talk about this last quarter. Mustangs lead by 1 point, 55-54, 2:30 remaining. Defensively, what do the Mustangs need to do to keep the Beetdiggers off the foul line, as that's where they scored a majority of their points in the second half?
Yeah, I think that was a smart timeout by Jordan. I think that they're going to set something up to where either Fui or Afu get the ball. Wouldn't surprise me if maybe it's a high-low between those two. So I think that was a really smart timeout.
Offensively, when the Mustangs come out, what would you like to see from them? They've been getting to the rim a little bit, more than they did in that first half, but have only hit 2 threes here in the second half.
Yeah, they've driven to the hoop, have gotten to the rim, but a lot of them haven't finished. And so I'd like to go back and see if we can drive and dish out, get some of those open threes. You know, I think in this second half, I think the only one to hit a three has been Ulibarri. I think she's the only person who's hit a three. So
Ulibarri's been a bright spot for the Mustangs. She's up to a career high of 15 points, beating her record of 13 points last game against Skyridge.
Yeah, playing with a lot of confidence, doing a really good job. Oh, boy.
Ulibarri knocks it out. Burbage gets the steal.
Wow.
And the one, coast to coast, finishes through the contact.
That's a big-time play right there by Burbage, getting the steal. I mean, really, there was contact the entire time down the court. And for her just to stay calm and pick that thing up, that was a great play.
The ability to grab the ball and be able to go up, it was never really in control, but she was able to control her body as she went up for the shot. Misses the opportunity for the three-point play. Mustangs up by 3, 57-54, as Fui drives and gets fouled. Go to the line for 2 more.
Yeah, I couldn't see it from here, but that seemed like a quick whistle.
Like you said, this is beginning to look like a track meet. Both teams running up and down the court, looking for quick opportunities to score.
Well, again, I said it might come down to a free throw contest, so we'll see who blinks first on some of these.
Jordan just a 67% free throw shooting team, but when you have Fui going to the line for most of them, she's an 81% free throw shooter, and I don't remember her missing this game from the line.
No. she's got a great stroke. It's really soft, and I mean, anytime you put her to the line, it's probably going to be in.
Jordan puts on their press. Murdoch on the left wing, back up top to Enger to slow things down. Burbage. Enger wide open underneath the basket.
Oh.
She blows the bunny over the rim. Afu comes around from the rebound. And she's going to get called for the offensive foul. Had that nice left arm just come across Yuleberry.
Yeah, that was an easy call. I'm glad the ref saw that. I mean, she just put her forearm out and shoved her, but, you know, that was a great pass. Did Murdoch pass that one down to Enger?
I don't remember.
Oh.
Ooh. Foul there as Oldham and Burbage go for the ball at the same time, but Oldham's going to get called for the foul and send Burbage to the free throw line. More free throws here in the second half. Burbage, an 85% free throw shooter. She came into this game shooting 11 of 13. Like you said, Harriman this season has been great at the free throw line, 78% as a team. They call a lane violation, and
wow,
it might be a broadcast curse because Burbage here late in this fourth quarter has missed 2 free throws now. Mustangs lead 57-56, up by 1 with 1:35 left in the game. Fui up top being guarded by Mons. Switches off to Enger. Afu rolls, throws it off the backboard, and Yuleberry with the rebound. Yuleberry kicks ahead to Burbage. Out to Mons. She drives baseline. Sidesteps into the paint. Mons with the layup.
That was a big-time move there to avoid the traffic, get a little bit of a bump. That was really a good job. Oh, that's a double dribble. Ref missed that one.
Mons up to 16 points as the Mustangs lead by 3 now. 1 minute to go in the game. Jacobson up top. Skips to the corner. Believe that's Sperry. Out to Jacobson. She misses the 3, but offensive rebound.
What a rebound. Oh.
By Afu, and she throws the ball over the rim. Enger with the rebound. Murdoch.
Oh.
Had the lane. Didn't have her feet under her, and she's going to get called for a travel. 44 seconds left. Mustangs lead by 3, 59-56, and Jordan calls another timeout. We'll keep it here again as, again, the Mustangs lead by 3. Jordan calls a timeout here. What do you think they're going to set up as they get the ball back after that turnover?
You know, I'd get it to Fui. I mean, she's really kind of stepped up in the second half. I think she's now up to 18 points. I think you give her the ball. She's got a knack to draw contact when she goes up. So I think you just kind of set a pick and let her drive. And if she wants to dish it to Afu, she can. You know, Jordan's hit some threes that they generally don't hit from the outside, but I think I just get it into the hands of my best player, and that's going to be that's going to be Fui tonight.
So like we said, Mustangs up by 3. Jordan just a 28% three-point shooting team, so they don't necessarily need a three-pointer here. With 44 seconds left on the clock, there is plenty of time for them to be able to go for 2 and try and cause a turnover, or even go for a quick 2 and then just play solid defense down on the other end.
Again, both teams are going to be in the double bonus on the next foul, so it'll be interesting to see, you know, what's called and how they work it out.
It'll be Jordan Ball on the sideline after Brindley Murdoch was called for a travel when she had the lane wide open, just couldn't get her feet underneath her. But Jordan Ball, 44 seconds left. Down by 3, 56-59. Sperry throws to the corner. And Fui drives. And she's going to go to the free throw line for more free throws, as I believe Enger was called for the foul. Just like you said, get the ball into your best player's hands, and they're going to the line for more, and another timeout.
Yeah, I'd like to see that again. It looked like she leaned in. I didn't see a lot of contact there that was initiated by the defender, but again, in games like this, and you know, with the officials that are out there, they like to keep things close, and sometimes they we'll just blow whistles and anticipate calls.
We talked about Fui probably almost the whole game, but for a good reason. She leads the state in scoring 23.5 points. She was well under her average and didn't seem like she was going to get it in that first half, but now up to 20 points. Opportunity for 2 and almost at her average right now.
Yeah, and Miley, I can't say enough. It's not just about Fu, but really the role players. I mean, Oldham has had a great game. McKay's had a great game. I mean, when Fui was, struggling there in that first half, I mean, the other players really stepped up, and same thing can be said for Harriman. I mean, Ulibarri coming in and scoring, I believe it's 15 points. I mean, the role players have been key in this game for both sides.
Fui drains the first free throw, nothing but net.
So I think if she makes it here, Miley, I think every game she'll have scored 20-plus points. So I mean, that's pretty amazing for a junior.
She's now up to 22 as she hits both free throws. Jordan puts on the press. Murdoch has the ball. Back to Enger. Swings it to Ulibarri. Just 27 seconds left on the clock as the shot clock is turned off. Murdoch has the ball. Mustangs up by 1, 59-58, 20 seconds left. Enger's going to get fouled by Fui. Oh, number 11, Julia William. Did they say 11? I don't know what number they said. Maybe it was 1. Ellie Jacobson. Enger swishes the first 3. Clutch free throw there by Enger. She's now up to 10 points in double digits. That's now 4 players for the Mustangs in double figures. And hits the second one.
They've
16
left number
seconds
3.
left.
We'll see what happens here. I'm surprised they didn't call a timeout,
Sperry.
but we'll see what happens. That's a moving. That almost looked like a moving screen, but we got a timeout with 7.5 seconds left.
Jordan saved all her timeouts for this quarter, but for a good reason as the Mustangs lead by 3. Mike, 7.5 seconds left. 61-58. Is now the time that you need a 3, or do you still believe that there's enough time to get a quick 2 or go to the free throw line and then foul and play a foul game?
No, there's not enough time. I think you really got to go for 3 on here, and this is where you look at who's going to be inbounding the ball. I would keep the ball out of Fui's hands. I do not want her to touch it. I don't want her to make the play to pass it to somebody that's open. I want somebody else to try and beat us, and so I would not let her touch it. I would double team her. I wouldn't really. I don't know if I would even guard the inbounds play, just with how dominant Fui's been. So it'll be interesting to see who the Mustangs put on Fui, and we'll just kind of go from there.
Like we've mentioned before, the Beetdiggers are just a 28% three-point shooting team. They need 3 points right now to tie the game. If not, they're going to have to play the foul game and send the Mustangs to the free throw line as they're in double bonus. But when you look at this roster, Fui's hit a couple threes, Oldham's hit a couple, and Sperry's also hit one. So you have a couple girls that have hit some in this game already.
Let's see how they set up here.
Jacobson
will
will take the ball out of bounds.
Enger's on Fui. We'll see where the
ball
in
bound to Fui. And she's going to get fouled, but it's not on the shot. It's on the ground, which
I couldn't see it. They have the guy taking pictures. I didn't see.
Standing right in front of us. I couldn't see either because the camera guy's right in front of us. But you send Fui to the line, 2 free throws. She makes both. It's a 1-point game, so it's either she got a 3 off there or she goes to the line for 2. So this could potentially be a good play. We'll see what happens in the last 4 seconds.
Yeah, I really would. I couldn't tell if it was a foul. Like I said, we have someone who's taking camera shots, and you just could not see. I would love to see if that was really a foul or not.
Just a 1-possession game here at Jordan High School, 61-58. 4.4 seconds remaining as Fui was fouled. Before the shot, she tried to go up for the 3 before the shot, and she sinks the first free throw. Up to now 23
Miley,
points.
It wouldn't surprise me. I think this might be an intentional miss. They've got 2 really good rebounders underneath, two of the top rebounders in the state. So we'll see what happens right here.
Oh, misses. Doesn't hit the rim. Doesn't hit the rim. Mustangs will have the ball. And they'll take it out of bounds. Jordan will throw in their press here. 3.5 seconds left. There should be 4.4 because the ball didn't hit the rim. But 61-59. Ball into Murdoch. And Oldham will get the foul and send Brindley Murdoch, a 100% free throw shooter. And I might have just jinxed it. Hopefully not. She's 4 for 4 on the season. Hasn't gone to the free throw line too much this season.
Yeah, it hasn't been a lot. That's too bad that Fui couldn't draw iron on that. She played a heck of a game, did a great job bringing her team back and making this a really competitive ball game.
Murdoch drains the first free throw, makes it a 2-possession game as the Mustangs lead 62-50. 1-possession game, if I can do math. Misses, but Yuleberry pulls in the offensive rebound, and that's the game. Mustangs outlast the Beetdiggers 62-59.
Well, Miley, that was a good performance by the Mustangs after stopping a 2-game skid like that. It's always nice to get a win in there. Good team effort. I think they cleaned up a lot of things. I didn't see as many turnovers after the first quarter. Didn't see as many offensive rebounds after the first quarter. So hopefully, some lessons learned here, and the Mustangs can just be happy with the victory.
Mustangs jump to 3-2 on the season. They'll have 3 more games in 3 days. They'll play Hunter, Springville, and Taylorsville the rest of the week. The Beetdiggers fall to 3-2, and they'll also be here at this tournament with 3 more games in 3 days. We will be back tomorrow as the Mustangs take on the Umont at 5:45. Thanks for tuning in.